August 1st signifies the anniversary of the Toronto Purchase Treaty of 1805. The treaty was really the second one for Toronto. The first treaty occurred in 1787 when representatives of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation met with the British Crown to reach an agreement for lands in the vicinity of Toronto. Now, there were a few irregularities with that first treaty. One of the irregularities was that there was simply no agreement on the boundaries of the treaty. Matter of fact, when the British dug out the actual document years later, 1794, they found there was no land description on the so-called treaty. Also of note, the signatures or the dotems of our chiefs that agreed to the deal were actually transferred from one piece of paper to this other deed, and so there was, like I said, there were irregularities. Things were just not properly done. So the British in 1794 invalidated the treaty. They recognized that the Treaty of 1787 was not valid, and to their embarrassment, they had established the capital of Upper Canada, York, on those lands, and they had dispersed much of the land to settlers in the meantime. So it was imperative for the Crown to reestablish the lands under a proper treaty. They finally got around to another treaty, we call it Treaty 13, in 1805, and this time there were irregularities too. Treaty 13, as it became to be known, had two problems. First of all, the British took more land than they were supposed to in this particular treaty. They took 250,000 acres, or almost 251,000 acres of land, which was far more than the original 1787 treaty. And the fact is, they only paid 10 shillings for that amount of land. So they didn't exactly deal straightforwardly with the Mississaugas of the credit. We did sign that treaty in 1805, but years later, 1986, the Mississaugas of the credit launched a claim against the Canadian government, signifying that they took far more land than they were supposed to, and that they had not paid enough for the lands they had acquired. The claim was launched in 1986. It was settled in 2010. The largest land claim in Canadian history. It was done in conjunction with a smaller Brant Tract claim, but the claim was for $145 million, at that time the largest land claim in Canadian history. Now here we are, we're still benefiting from that claim. Even today, we, as a First Nation, we all receive our wellness money from that claim to this day. But a lesson, anyway, is to be learned that things that happened in the past still affect us in the future, and they still are affecting us in the future. So let's remember the Treaty 13 of 1805 and look forward to increasing better relations with the Crown as we move forward into the future.